Yes, hello, this is Martin with LubriMan, and today we are doing an oil change on a Mercury Mountaineer. So it's a couple of things that you need. First of all, the filter, which is an OF 4651. You can get that from us via the internet, or you can also buy that at any store. You need a cap to loosen the oil filter, which in this case is a 9315. You need a wrench to open the drain plug, and this is a 16mm cap to loosen the drain plug, and that gets you going for the oil change. You also need a little wagon to take you under the car. You need two containers, one for the oil, one for the filter. Make sure that you have absorbent map under your car so that you don't spill anything. We moved the car onto the ramps, and now we're ready to go. So hi, this is a continuation of the oil change with the Mercury. One thing that we found when we went under the car and we unscrewed the drain plug, that the little notches here were actually worn out. So what can happen with that is that you have potentially a failure to screw it back in completely, can leave the car leaking oil, which is not good. So in best case, invest into a $5 drain plug that you can put in brand new, that makes sure that there's no oil leaking from your car, protecting your car, yourself, and the environment. So here we are underneath the Mercury, and as I said, we just replaced the drain plug. It's nice and tight now. We make sure there's no further leaks and weeps, and now we're gonna proceed to the oil filter and change the oil. The oil filter in the Mercury Mountaineer is mounted to the front. You can see it right here, and as you can tell, this filter is dirty and it's slightly leaking oil, and we're going to change this filter with a new filter. Make sure that the O-ring is okay of the new filter so it can attach properly to the mounting, and we're also going to clean the mounting of the filter so that there's no dirt allowing oil to come through. So we have loosened the oil filter slightly now, and what you can see is it starts leaking some oil, which is still contained there. You want to make sure that this drips for a while so you avoid dirtying yourself. Then you remove the filter and we go to the next step. So what you're looking at here is where the old filter is going to be reattached. We cleaned the outside rim where the O-ring of the new filter is going to be adjacent at. And once this is nice and clean, we're ready to put on a new filter. So this is the new filter that I mentioned that we're going to reattach there. Make sure that the filter, the O-ring, which is made out of plastic, that you use some of the oil that you bought to greasen that so that it can reattach properly. You can also put something here into the fitting, and now we're ready to put on the new filter. So new filter is in place. You want to hand tighten it, and then you want to give it just a little bit of torque with the appropriate cup that you have or wrench that you have. We don't suggest using a wrench because it usually bends the filter, but that would be it for installing the filter. Make sure that you clean off any remaining residue here, anything leaking, and make sure that the oil doesn't leak once you have the oil refilled. We're ready to refill the engine with the appropriate oil. Now there's many questions about what velocity is right, viscosity is right, excuse me, for the appropriate oil for your car. Best thing is always go with your manufacturer's recommendation. They built the car, they built the system to have the proper oil in there, in this case 5W20. So we're ready to put in 5W20 here, It goes in here. We have our pump. We know based on our system that there's 6 quarts going in here. Make sure that you also count for the filter, which in this particular case can be up to half a quart. So we're going to start refilling now.